Hi everyone, and welcome to the live playing of the solo scenario for Clash of Spears. The quick background here is the Gauls are invading Italy and they have just destroyed a Roman army at the Battle of Alia and now are racing towards Rome in an attempt to sack the city. And this brave centurion has decided to try to slow them down, and for that he's trying to do a night raid into the barbarians' camp to do away with the baggage train and the baggage cart. You can see I don't have a baggage cart, so I'm using that chariot as the baggage cart. His intention is to steal the loot and therefore force the Gauls to slow down their advance towards the city by having to spread and forage. The first 3 turns of this scenario are going to be at night, so the visibility is very limited. You can see the Gauls in their camps around their fires, so they're unaware of the Romans at this point. The difficulty of this scenario is that once the alarm is sounded, then 3 turns later Gauls will start appearing from everywhere trying to stop the cart. So with that, Maximo, say hi.
Hi, how are you?
Perfect. List in the comments. Maximus has 5 command points because he's a 5-level leader. And at the beginning, again, this is a solo scenario, so he is going to be commanding his troops, and the Gauls are going to be reacting according to predetermined AI, which you can all find in the scenario pack, which we can share too. So Maximus, what do you want to start doing? Those guys, the Veltus also red, and Maximus is yellow. No fatigue for anyone. They're still light, out of 8 from anyone. This is at night, so the visibility is reduced. So Maximus is still under the cover of night. That is the end of turn 1, which I will mark with this. Okay, end of turn 1. No fatigues, no alarm. Everything gets reset. I'll put 5 command points back on Maximus. That's it. Maximus, turn 2. Now this is the second turn of night, and this is how the second turn ends. But Maximus knows that he has only one turn left of nightfall, and then it will be dawn, and the distance of visibility will be significantly increased. Okay, so start of turn 3, still night. I'm gonna take away your action. Then, what do you want to move next? You want to move the Astati?
Yes, please.
Okay, what do you want to do with the Astati?
Same as before. 2 movements.
So one straight line of 4. Yep. And you can, if you want to do another straight line of 4, okay, that's it. Now, of course, at some point you're going to have to turn if you want, yeah?
Yes. Can I rotate for free? No.
No. When you're in close formation, if you want to do any change, you need to move 2 instead of 4. So you can do that next turn if you want.
No. Question. My third movement, if I'm drilled, I can do close order. Can't I for free?
Yes. So that's a good one. I like it.
Can I do two moves in loose order and then close order on the third one?
Yes, you can. That is very good. So Maximus is activating his Astati. He's doing a movement where he opens up to have more flexibility. That's his first movement. Then the second movement, again, he's going to move 4 because he's in loose order. He still wants to stay outside of 8 from the camp of the Gauls, but he can move however he wants. And then the third action, then he's going to close himself. And normally a third action takes a fatigue, but for drilled units, a close order action never fatigues you. So he's just outside of 8. He has done 3 actions, and he's in close order facing the camp. That's actually a very good move, Maximus.
Thank you.
Someone has been reading the rules in detail. So okay, so that's it for the Astati. The Princeps. You want to do the same thing?
Yes, as similar as possible.
Yep. So they do 2 movements in open order, and then with the third one they're going to close their order, and when they close you choose one and you put your troops around them, so that allows them to basically do the changing phase. Very good. Close order, facing in the direction. Tell me if the way that I place them is acceptable, Maximus.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Okay, and then I'm putting them so that if you go straight, you're gonna get through the woods and not hit either of them. And then with yourself, 2 movements here to the middle.
The leader, yes, please. 2
Perfect.
movements to forward. if they can,
Yeah.
if he can surpass
The Astati.
yes.
Perfect. That's it. Okay. End of turn 3. So Maximus has taken all the advantage he could of the knight. He has positioned his troops for a side attack into the camp. He has not fatigued them at all, so that was pretty good. And now is ready to spring with the dawn. And it's the beginning of turn 4. The first thing that happens, dawn strikes. The warriors at the camp sign the alarm. Mon Dieu! The Romain! So everyone in the camp wakes up. All of them get an action automatically. That is what they need to do to just get their weapons and get off their sleepiness. Not that facing matters, but I think this tells us what's happening. And so the AI of the Gauls will act at the end of the turn, but in the meantime, this is the turn. So we'll always remember turn 4 is the turn that the alarm was sounded. So at the end of turn 7 is when reinforcements will start coming. So with that, Maximus, what do you want to do?
What's the distance between my second Velits and the Gallic warriors?
Gallic warriors, you are more than 8, less than 10.
More than 8, less than 10.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will activate them, please.
Yes.
They will move until they reach 8.
Okay.
No, yes, the javelin has a 6 inches range.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Plus 2 throw. Yes, I want to get to a distance of 8 so that in my second action I can make a throw.
Understood. 2 options. You can go by outside the woods, or you can go into the woods to do that and throw at them from the woods.
I will go outside the woods, please.
Okay. So move a little bit. Now, sorry. Before you do this decision, because now it's dawn, you get to see if this counter is true or not. So you can change your decision after that. I'll show it to you, and it's actually a hunter pie.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Well, I keep my decision.
Yep, but wait 1 second.
Okay.
Put these guys in. Now they also have a counter for action. Okay, so and this one actually, if you're within 16, because it's dawn, you should also see them. So let's see the second wood, and that is a dummy. So perfect. Okay, so you keep to your decision. You're gonna move. You're gonna move 4. Now normally, if they didn't have an action, they would be trying to react and shoot at you, but because they already have an action, they're not going to react in this turn. So, okay, you do the first movement outside of the woods. Then your second action you said was going to be a throw.
Yes.
and you stay just within 6 with the throw. So you're just outside of the wood and within 6 exactly of the warriors, and you throw your javelins. You have 7 velites in this unit. So I'm gonna throw 7 dice. And it's gonna be, you will need 5s, because these are velites, they have a shoot of 5. You do 3 hits, wow. 3 hits, and the warriors have a saving throw of 5+, and the javelin has no save modifier, so they don't roll to save. They save 1, so 2 warriors go down.
That's good news.
That is good news. There is a rude awakening that they got. And they're gonna throw 3, they're gonna throw a morale test. 3 dice against their grit, which is 4. They passed 2, but they failed 1, so they gain 1 fatigue. They gain 1 fatigue, and they have 2 goals, 2 warriors down. While you, this was your second action, and because it was a throw action, you're gonna gain a fatigue, so you're at 1 fatigue. Are you gonna do a third action?
No.
Okay, so the velites stay there. What's your next activation?
The Hastati
Yes?
will make the first movement.
Yep, so you move 4 in straight line towards the...
Yes.
Yep. You activate them, again, they activate automatically because they have no fatigue. You do a straight move 4, and you're a little bit over 4 from them. You're 4.5 from them.
After the first move.
Mm-hmm, yep. You have 2 options. You can either throw, because you're in distance,
Yes, I got it.
2 plus 4, or you can continue advancing in your shield wall.
If I throw,
If you throw, you
I
have
have to go.
2 options. You can throw within your close formation, in which case you only throw half the dice, or you can
Yes.
break formation and throw for your full 7 dice.
I will break formation.
Awesome. So in very Roman manner, the Astati open up to throw their pila.
Yeah.
So that's 7 dice. The Astati have again 5 of shooting skill. Whoa, 3 hits. By the way, I forgot to mention, because you have a muster force, you're gonna have 1 fate point. So you have one reroll in this battle. Normally, in a normal battle, you would have 2. Because the AI here has no fate points, I've decided that the basic is 0, but if you're a master, you get a +1. So remember, you can reroll once.
Okay.
So 3 pilum hit the warriors. The warriors save with 5s, but because it's a pilum, it's -1, so they need 6s. They save 1, 2 go down.
Sorry. Impulsum, isn't it only when they are in close order?
Yes. Impulsum only affects when they're in close order, and what it does is it makes them roll 1 additional die of morale. But the throwing spear will always have -1.
Yes, it's because of the weapon.
Exactly. So, but I like that you're being fair to my goals. so okay. So they saved 1, 2 died. So they need to roll 3 more times morale. They actually passed the 3 of them. So that lone goal is gonna stay there because he is still at 1 fatigue. If he was at 3 fatigues, he would be gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Let me 1 second. And then I said he passed the 3, so he still has 1 fatigue. For the Astati, they went yellow, and they have 1 fatigue from the throw. So, are you gonna do a third action?
No.
Okay.
My option is to close order, but I'd rather have 1 action to rest or react.
Okay, perfect. So, so you're gonna do the third action.
No.
Okay. So you stay like that.
Only speaking out loud.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that was.
And now the princeps.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go behind the Astati
Yep.
with 2 moving actions.
Okay, Tina. Say hi. Okay. Okay, we had the guest appearance of my daughter. You activate the second unit of Velitas. What are you gonna do?
What's the distance between them and the archers?
Yes, so it should be just over 8 because if not you'd been seen. I'm gonna put them a little bit back. So let's assume you're at 8 and a little bit.
Okay, then I move
Yeah.
towards them,
Yes.
and then no, they have. Sorry. It's a little bit more than 8. No, yes,
Yeah.
I have to move and throw.
Yep. You can do move first and a throw later. Yes.
Yes, that's the only way.
Okay. And now you're 2 inches away from them, and you throw your javelins in the second. Yeah. So at the beginning you're just over 4, and then you do your throw, which gives you 2 more inches. So you're just over 2. So if in the third action you wanted to charge them, you're easily in range. But let's see how your throw goes. Now your throw is 8 dice, because this is the larger unit of Velitas. You need 5s, but because they're in the woods, you're gonna need 6s. Whoa! I don't know if this has seen, but those are 3 hits on 6s.
Great.
So I assume you're not using a fate point to do this roll again?
No.
So I'm gonna, now the hunters have a saving throw of 7, but because they're skirmish specialists it goes to a 6.
Exactly.
They didn't save anything, so 3 of them die.
That's a good news.
Yes it is. Let's check it out. Okay, and now I need to roll 4 dice of grit, and these guys, the hunters, have a grit of 5. They fail 3 of them, so they gain 3 fatigues. So there's 3 hunters left with 3 fatigues. And you still have a third action if you want to take it.
So they are still 2 living.
There's 3 hunters alive, and they have 3 fatigues. While you are at 2 actions and 1 fatigue.
Okay, I do an attack.
Okay, that's a good choice. So you do the attack. Now remember that you're going to gain 2 fatigues for this attack. 1 for the attack and 1 because it's got a third action, which is in the woods. But still, that probably will mean the death of the hunters. So you do your third action. For anyone watching, you must realize that you spend a command point to activate a unit, but not for each action. The unit can do its full 3 actions if you want on 1 activation. So the hunters.
Here Atiko mentions that the hunters should have had a chance to react when I was at.
Nope, that's not correct, because the hunters had
Less than 4.
No, it's not because of that. It's because the hunters had 1 action counter which they gained because of the surprise, and so they couldn't react.
Exactly.
So let's give a second to see if Francisco corrects me, but I'm pretty sure that.
Yes, I'm reading the rules and you're okay.
Okay. 1 point for Alvaro, 0 for Francisco.
And it's 4 inches of distance.
Okay. Well, anyway, but here you're doing your third action. These guys, they're gonna do defend because they have 3 fatigues. So their AI tells them that they should defend. And so you're gonna have 8 dice. Your your melee is 4+, so you're gonna need 4s. And you're only at 1 fatigue, so that doesn't affect your to hit yet. So I roll. And you rolled 2, 4, 6 hits. This is now they get to defend. They can defend. They only have 3 people, so they can only roll 3 dice to defend. They usually hit on 5s, and that's what they need to defend. But because they have 3 fatigues, they need 6s. So they counter 1 of your hits. How many hits did I say that you had done?
6.
6. So they countered 1, so they need to roll 5 saving throws. They save on 7s, which means a 6 plus a 5, even if these 2 are 5. Nope. So they all die. So that eliminates all the hunters. This was a good surprise attack. And you go to red because you have 3 actions, and this third action costs you 2 fatigues, 1 for being a third action in the woods for lights, and 1 for being an attack. So you go to 3 fatigues.
Yep.
And I think that's it. So you've acted you have 1 command left. Anything else you want to do?
Yes, I moved the leader.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, to react, I need a command point? No.
To react, you will need to use a command point, but when are you thinking of reacting?
If the lonely warrior can attack me or no?
The lonely warrior will attack you, yes. But he'll do that on the first action, so you probably cannot do anything to react.
Okay. You're right. No, but I mean not to react. I mean to make counter attack, for example.
Oh, that doesn't require a combat response. Doesn't require a command point.
Yes, sorry. Then I move the leader.
Where do you want it?
Behind the village, the ones that are
in the woods.
No, the other one.
Okay, I'll put
the woods.
I'll put him in between your 2 Velitas units.
Okay.
Perfect. That's a good one. Command point gone. It would have been fitting for your commander to go and kill the lonely gull, but
oh yes, that would have been good, but
so okay, that's it. And so this is the end of the player's phase here. And so this lonely gull, following his AI, what he will do, because he has enemies within 4, and because he has only 1 fatigue, he's going to do an all-out attack against your Astati right in front of him. Now, this is a very courageous gull right now. So what is your combat response to the gull?
To counter-attack.
Okay, so he will do his 1 die.
Oh, sorry. No need for that. Defense.
If you defend, you're not going to kill him. He's still going to be there the next turn.
But I want to...
Yeah, your call. Oh, one thing I forgot is to put an unloaded marker on the Astati. Okay, so so your options are, so everyone knows, you hold, which means you don't do anything. You defend, which allows you to roll a die to defend to his attacks by each hit that you have, but that will cost you an action. Or their counter attack, which allows you to hit him back. You're only going to be able to throw 1 die against him, because you can, in counter attack, never do more than throw more dice than the attacking. So none of your options are too good. You could hold and just recover your fatigue, or
yes, I will hold because I need the free action for recovering.
Okay, so then the gull is going to attack you. He rolls his 1 die. He rolls a 3, so he misses. You don't respond, but because he didn't hit you, you don't need to roll anything. He bounces back. He gains 2 fatigues, so he goes to 3 fatigues and goes into yellow. Come over here, Marcus. Come from here.
Sorry, he has 3 fatigues?
So the goal... Oh, you're right. Actually, that means that he gave it his best shot. Now he's more than double in fatigue, so he decides to go home. He did his best. He tried. He charged alone against the Astati.
But didn't he have 1 before attacking?
He got 1, and he did an all-out attack.
All-out attack.
Yeah. So, Marcus, course. You want to sit here? Okay, so that's it for. Well, let's do what the others do. So this unit of warriors on the other side starts going back to protect the camp. They only have one action because they never do their third action, and they already had one action from the surprise. So basically, they're doing one movement back to the camp, and they end up in yellow. The nobles, their sentry point is actually where they're standing, so they just stay there and block the. If they're there, making sure that this cart is not going anywhere without going through them. So that is it. Now, the second. Let me see if we're within 16 of these guys. No, out of range. So there's no need to unveil the other counters yet.
A lot of wolves. There could be a lot of wolves.
Yeah, here's one. So, okay.
This is one, that's one.
Yeah, but they're not in close order yet. So, let's go into turn number 5. Yes, did I do everything? Let me remove. These guys don't recover any fatigue. These guys recover 1 fatigue. These guys recover 1 fatigue. These guys are good. And I think we're good with everyone.
You're gonna need to reload.
Those are gonna need to reload. Okay. So, that's it. Okay, so let's start turn 5. Who do you want to start with?
The 7 Velits.
Yes, so the smaller units of Velits that is right outside of the woods.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
They will go towards the baggage through the woods.
Through the woods. Okay, so you automatically activate them because they are not fatigued. The first action, then you're in the middle of the woods. What do you want to do with your second action?
The same.
So let me see. How do I explain this to you? So is your intention to throw javelins at the Jupes from the woods, or are you trying to go and charge them?
No, I'm still advancing. I don't know the distance from the Jupes.
So that's what I mean. So after your first movement of 4, you are.
Yes.
8 inches away from the Jupes. So if you wanted, your second action could be a 2-inch forward and throw javelins at the Jupes.
Okay then.
Okay.
In range, okay.
So the first one you move 4 and then you move 2. You're at the edge of the woods and you're gonna be throwing your jabs at the Jupes.
Wouldn't it be a tight space?
No, he's moving through. These units are both in loose, so they can move one through the other. And that way he gets to the edge of the woods, and he.
There, Antico is asking, Francisco is asking if the nobles shouldn't have moved to the north rally point.
Maybe I didn't read in my originally their rally point was where they are, but if that's what we wrote down. It could very well be that when it got into writing, maybe that So I'll move them there. That was at the end of the last turn then. Just a movement to the northern rally point. Okay, so don't worry about it. It doesn't make a difference. They're still in the mouth of the woods. So you did your first was a move and your second is a throw. So now I have 7 dice. You normally hit on 5s, but because the Jews are behind those wicker walls, they need to roll 6s. Okay, you rolled 2 6s, so that's 2 hits to the Jews. The Jews normally save on 7s, so... Oh, maybe they save 1? No, 2 dead. Okay, and the Jews have... I forgot to take out the orders from them. So that's 2 down, and they roll 3 dice for their grit. They have a grit of 5. They fail them all, so they gain 3 fatigues. Okay, so that's it. That was your second action. Now, that second action did win you a fatigue. Are you going to do a third action?
How many Jews are left and with how much fatigue?
You have 6 Jews left and they have 3 fatigues.
Okay. No, I will not do a third action.
Okay, so that's the end of that activation. I'm gonna take a tree or 2 away so that we have a better view of what's happening.
Yes.
I'll leave this one because he needs to. Okay, so what do you want to activate now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for the activation of the Astati. What are you doing next?
Now the princeps,
Yep.
they move forward
Yes.
2 or 3 times if they... No, sorry, 2 times.
Okay, so you have the Astati in front, but that you can move 2 and get them facing. Where do you want them, more or less? Just behind them and
Yes.
facing east.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Yes, the princeps did their full move. They have 2 actions, no fatigue. Okay. Now, and sorry, in the Astati, I think I did something. So you reloaded, then you moved, and then you close ranks. So they did their 3 actions, but they have no fatigues. Perfect. And now you have 2 action points left, 2 command points left, and what do you want to do?
I try to rally
Okay.
my elites.
Okay. Are you going to spend 1 command point there?
Yes, 1 command point, yes.
Okay, you use 1 command point. They rest, but they roll 1 die, which they fail. So basically, they rested. They gain 1 action, and they are now at 2 fatigues. And you still have 1 command point.
I move the leader
Yep.
between in the woods,
Yes.
between the elites and the Hastati.
Perfect. Yes, done. Okay, that was your full activation. So now come the AIs. So the Jews because they have 3 fatigues, they don't do anything. So they're gonna stay there so that they recover their fatigues at the end. The warriors keep going. Now they have 2 movements and they arrive at their point, just at the mouth of the baggage, and then now you are within 16, so I'm gonna see where your hunters are, and they are in the northwest woods, right next to the baggage. So those guys appear and are going to shoot at you.
What's the distance between the woods?
So they are, the closest unit to them is gonna be your Astati, no, your Velites in the woods, and you are at 14 inches more or less. Okay, so they're basically in long range, so they're gonna throw 3 dice. They're normally hit on 5s, but because you are in the woods, they're gonna hit you on 6s. You do 1 hit. You're on a Velite, which saves on 6, but because you're skirmish specialist, you save on 5, and because they are shooting with bows, you save on 4. You do save, but you still have to roll a crit or more. You fail that, so they give you 1 fatigue. You go to 2 fatigues, and they gain 1 action and 1 fatigue, which still allows them to do a second action. They're gonna shoot at you again. Same deal, 3 dice on 6s. They fail all, so they go to 2 actions and 2 fatigues, and that's it for them. The warriors already acted. They did their 2 actions. Their Jews are not acting because they want to rest. The nobles guarded the exit. This was turn 5. No reinforcements yet. So I think we're in a good spot, and we're gonna move to turn 6 unless I'm forgetting something. Actions. So at end of turn 5, these guys recover 1 fatigue. The Velites that were in the edge of the woods recover 1 fatigue. The Velites in the middle of the woods recover both their fatigues.
Yes.
And the Jews recover all their fatigues. So they had no actions. And the hunters on the other side of the woods recover 1 fatigue. And that is it. And with that, we're ready to start turn 6. Are you seeing everything, Maximus, or is there anything?
No, I'm seeing everything.
So just your units, they're all all fully loaded, no fatigue. The only guys that have a fatigue point are the Velites in the edge of the woods.
Okay.
And your Velites are more than 4 away from the warriors, but they're within 6 from the Jews.
Okay. The Jews are 5 left.
The 6 left.
6 left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the warriors are more than 4.
They are 5. The warriors are 5 more. Yes, more than 4 away. Yes.
Okay. So, the Velites that are tired
Yes. In the front line. Yes.
in the front line will throw, but staying at the same place if possible.
Yep. Against
Throw against the warriors.
the warriors. Perfect. Okay. So you do your throw action. You're gonna.
Wait. They have a fatigue. They have to
Oh,
test.
yes. Very good, Maximus. So you spend a command point and you try to activate them. It's an activation. You roll 2 dice and you need a 4. You have a 4, so you succeed.
Great.
And they're gonna throw against the warriors, you said?
Yes.
These guys are 7 Velites. You need 5s to hit the warriors. You did 3 hits. Wow.
That's good.
So 3 hits, and the warriors save on 5s. They don't save anything. 1, 2, 3. And now 4 dice of morale. They pass 3, so they only gain 1 fatigue. But man, this is a very hurtful attack. So you have 1 action and 2 fatigues with your Velitas. Are you gonna do a second action?
No.
Okay. If you had done a second action, the Juves who are in distance would have tried to react, but you didn't. So what are you gonna do now?
The other Velids,
Yes?
they are at what distance from the Jews?
From the Jews, let me see if you're within 8. Yeah, you're within 8, so you can do a throw if you want to the edge of the woods and throw against the Jews.
I will do that.
Okay, so first you activate them. These guys are not fatigued, so you don't lose anything. You move 2 inches towards the edge of the woods. You're going to be more than 4 but less than 6 from the Jews, and you're going to throw your 8 javelins against them. You normally hit on 5s, but because they're in cover, you're going to hit on 6s. See if your luck holds.
I think them is skirmish specialist.
Yeah, that adds to their
That's for the
save.
save.
Sorry?
That's for the save.
That's for the save, exactly.
Okay.
So you have 7 dice, or 8 dice. You rolled on 6s. Well, had to happen sometime. So no hits. So
Okay.
you gain 1 action and 1 fatigue. What are you gonna do?
I will try again.
Okay, but between your 2 actions, the Jews are gonna try to react. They roll 1 die. They normally need a 5, but the AIs have a -1, so they need a 6. They don't react, so you get to shoot again. So you're gonna throw. Are you gonna advance into the open, or do you throw from the woods?
From the woods.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 8 dice. And this time you did 1 hit. So that Juve is normally saves on 7, but because he's skirmish specialist, he saves on 6. Nope, so he dies. And you can see I never kill the warrior that is the closest to the one shooting, because distances, you can never change your distance to the enemy by casualties. So they have to roll 2 dice for morale. On 5s, they fail 2, so now they're at 2. So 1 down, 2 fatigues, and you, my friend, are in your second action and 2 fatigues for your Velitas. Are you gonna do a third action?
No.
Okay, let me remove casualties. So that's done with those guys. You have 3 command points left. What do you want to do?
The Hastati,
Yep,
what distance are from the warriors?
from the warriors. You are 4, more than 8, less than 10.
How many warriors are left?
2.
2 of them.
Yep.
Then I move and then and then throw in loose order.
Okay, so you move forward, and then you break up. Still, they don't react because you're...
Sorry. My first movement is in loose order.
Okay, it's the same. Yeah. Okay, so you move 4 towards them, and now your second move, you do 2 inches and throw your pillar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Astati they do first a full move, and now they're doing their second one, which is a throw. You have 7 dice, and you need 5s. You had 5 hits. I don't know if this is getting cut by the camera, but this is a very good pilum throw. So 5 hits, and these guys save on 6s because they normally save on 5s, but it's a throwing spear. So 1, so they both die. When a unit gets killed by missile, nothing else happens. There's no reaction of the ones next to it. And this was your second action, so you go to yellow and you gain 1 fatigue and you gain 1 unload marker. Are you gonna do a third action?
No.
Okay, so and this I forgot to take off your command point, so you're at 2 command points left.
Okay. The princeps
Yep.
move 2 times,
Yes. Towards.
surpassing the status.
You want to go towards the baggage or towards the nobles?
No, towards the archers.
Towards the archers. Okay. Yes. So you move 4, and then the second move you won't be able to do it in straight lines. So I'll move you 2, but you're moving. So you don't surpass the Astati with the second movement.
No,
Yes.
can't I do it in close order?
Yes, you could, and then move past them. Yep. So okay.
And then in the third action, I will close order.
Oh, okay.
In front
Let
of
me
the,
see. 4,
of the
4,
archers.
4, and 4. Yeah, you can. Whoa. Very good. So the princeps move through the Astati in their 2 orders, and then their third order, they're going to choose one, and they're going to form close order again around that guy.
And they will protect against the archers.
Yes, let's assume you wanted to do this. Yeah. Okay, that's a very good move, a very drilled Roman move. You end up with 3 actions and no fatigues again, because your 2 movements did not get fatigue, and the third close order action is, and I'm putting you in an angle so that neither the Jews nor the archers are gonna be able to ignore your wall of shields. So those were the 3. That was your 4th command point. You have 1 command point left.
I try to rally. There is one Belitz that have 2 fatigues and only 1 action
Yes.
left.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I try to rally that one.
Okay, so you rest and you roll 1 die to roll a 4 to get that second point back. You roll a 4, so they are now at 3 actions but no fatigue.
Great.
Perfect, that's an awesome turn. Okay, so now the AI in this turn 6. No reinforcements yet, the nobles remain where they are. The Jews have 2 fatigues. So I think, actually I should check. Can you check the AI on the Jews if they have 2 fatigues?
Yes, hold on. Sorry.
Maybe I should have printed the scenario and have it at hand, but I didn't. Francisco is gonna comment on that.
I roll for Jews. If there are players, units, thrower should action. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're gonna rest, I'm sure.
The unit will take actions until accumulates 2 action tokens or more than 1 fatigue.
More than 1 fatigue. Okay, so they take no action because they have 2 fatigues, so they're gonna stay there. Now the archers have only 1 fatigue and no action counters, so they're going to shoot. They're more than 8 to the closest unit, which are the princeps. So they're gonna roll only 3 dice. They normally roll on 5s, but because of your wall of shields, they roll on 6. They do hit 1-6. So now you're gonna save. Your save is 4+, but because we are being shot by the bows, it's 3+. 4, you save, and then you roll your grit, which is 3+ because you're princeps, and you pass the crit. So no effect on the princeps. The archers have 1 action and move to 2 fatigues, and they stop acting because now they have 2 fatigues. So with that, I think that's the end of turn 6 for the Romans and for the Gauls. I'm gonna remove the counters, so your Velites now have 0 fatigue. The other Velites also have 0 fatigue. The Princeps have 0 fatigue, and the Astati, who had 1 fatigue, it goes away. So everyone has 0 fatigue. The only thing that you have is that your Astati are unloaded. And then for the Gauls, the Jews go back to 0, and the archers go back to 0. That's it. So we're gonna start turn 7. So at the end of this turn that is starting now, we're gonna have a reinforcement unit come into play. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Turn.
After the Gauls action.
Yes. Mhm.
So they don't get to act.
They don't get to act this turn. Exactly. They will just appear, and you will know where they are appearing from. Okay. So.
What's the distance from my 8 Belitz and the Jews?
So your velites are more than 4, less than 6 than the Jews. So they can throw javelins from where they are. They can move 2 and throw javelins and be within 4, or you can just move.
No, I will move and throw.
Yep. So you throw, moving your 2 inches
I
forward.
throw with using my 2 inches.
Yeah. So now you're out of the woods. You throw, but you're within 4 if you want to charge in the next one.
Exactly.
Very good. So that you take a command point. You don't need to roll because you have no fatigue. You're gonna roll 8 dice on 6s. Okay?
Okay.
Oh my god. 3 6s.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. So okay. So the Jews, as before, they save on 7s, but because they're skirmish specialists, they save on 6s. They don't save any, so you kill 3 Jews. And you get 4 dice of grit from them. They pass 3, so they only gain 1 fatigue. Interesting. So now, are you gonna do a second action? You guys have 1 action and 1 fatigue. Are you gonna do a second action?
How many Jews are there?
2. They're violently holding the baggage camp.
If I attack, they counter-attack?
Yes, and they can also try to react in the middle of your actions. But there's only 2 of them.
Okay, I will attack.
Okay, so first, between your 2 actions, they're going to try to react. Again, they normally react on 5s, but because it's AI, they react on 6s. They don't react. So now you attack with your second action, and they are going, since they only have 1 fatigue, they're going to counterattack. So, I'm going to roll your 8 dice to attack. And I think the protection doesn't influence in anything because they're not doing a defend. So, you roll 8 dice on 4s, and you hit 5s. 5. I roll to save those 5 dice, and they don't save any, so they're all dead. But they do get to respond with their 2 guys hitting on 5s. 2 hits. So I roll your saving throws. You save on 4s. Both die. Are these your first casualties?
Yes.
Wow, this is a good night raid. So you get 2 casualties, and you need to roll 3 dice for grit. You passed only 1, so you gain 2. You go to 3. They disappear because they're all dead. But this was a second action, and it was an attack, so you go to 4 fatigues. So, end of this combat, you have 6 velitas left, 2 actions in your guys, and 4 fatigues.
I should have thrown.
And you're yes, but you're not.
It's okay.
They don't get unloaded, remember, because they have javelins.
Yes, I should have thrown.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, you mean you should have thrown instead of charging? Oh, I don't think so. I think
Yes.
time is against you, my friend. You need to move fast. So
it's okay.
okay, so the baggage camp is clear. Again, you're there. You have 2 actions. Are you gonna do a 3rd action?
if I I won't do a 3rd action.
Okay. You want to ask me anything? It seemed like you had a question.
Do the archers if I activate the baggage?
No,
Do the archers try to get near the baggage or never?
no, because they're more than 4, and the archers have their central point where they're standing, so they will not.
So they are not a menace for that.
Nope.
Okay. Once I activate the baggage, how do they move?
It will move in a straight.
I need to spend a command point.
No. You need to spend an action to activate it, and then it's out of your control. The baggage will always move 8 forward, 2 moves of 4, unless they would get within 4 of an enemy, of a goal.
Okay, great. What happens if I have Romans in the way?
He cannot go through a close formation, so he would stop.
Okay. Well, first of all, I move my princeps.
Okay, so you spend a command point, you activate your princeps. What do you want them to do?
They move forward.
Okay, they move forward towards the archers.
Yes,
Okay,
close order.
in close order. You're now 6 away from the archers.
That's the first movement.
Yes, are you gonna do a second?
Range is 8.
Range is 8, yes.
Okay, then I move again.
So you're gonna move 4 towards the edge of the woods, yes? But in the middle of your 2 actions, the archers are gonna try to react because they have no actions or fatigue. Again, they need a 5, but because it's AI, they need a 6. They don't roll it, so you get 1 more move. You move 4, you're now within 2 inches of them, but they're in the woods, yeah? So the question is, are you gonna do a third action or not?
If I attack, I have to go to loose formation because
Yes,
of the woods?
because of the woods, yeah.
Okay, no, not yet.
Okay, so you move 2, you end there, no fatigues. Okay,
Yes.
that was your second activation. You still have 3 command points.
Okay, the elites,
Yep,
I activate them.
yep,
They move towards the baggage.
yep.
I don't know if they can activate it.
Yes,
after the
so
first-
not with the first action, but you can do it with the second.
Okay.
You activate it?
Yes, I activate the elites. They move,
Yep.
and the second action is activating the baggage, or I have
Yep.
to move again.
No. You can do it with the second action. Okay.
Okay, and when does the baggage start to move?
At the end of the turn, after the goals.
Okay, then what I do is the Hastati are unloading.
Yes. But you're still moving with the Velites. So my question is,
Sorry. Yes.
you did the first movement, you're close to the baggage cart. Are you going to do a second action to activate the baggage cart?
Yes, done.
Okay. Are you going to do a third action? Your Velites are there with 2 actions and no fatigue.
Well, yes, they will. Can they move to the other side of the
Yes.
baggage path?
So more towards the nobles? Or no, you want to completely cross the baggage.
Yes, if possible. If not,
Yeah, you can.
if not possible, then they stay there.
No, I think you can.
They don't have fatigue.
They don't have fatigue with the third action. So yeah, I'm good. It's a little tight, but
Yes.
I will allow
They
it.
will go behind the princeps and on the other side of the baggage.
Yeah, you're not that far, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. The baggage will do a little bit of a veering. So okay, so you did your 3 actions with the Velites. Okay, no fatigues. So you have 2 command points left.
Okay. The Hastati
Yep.
will load
Yep. First action.
and I will move. Second action, can they go where at the right side of the elites without
Yep.
blocking the baggage?
Now this one will block, but I can move you a little bit towards the side. The baggage is only going to move 8 inches, so I can put you so that you will not have cleared the path, but you won't be on its way either.
Yes, I get it. More to the yes.
More towards the nobles, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's your second movement, no fatigue yet. So you're going to be on the way of the cart, but it's not gonna get to you yet.
Yes. And what's the distance now from the archers?
You are more than 6 from the archers.
Okay. So I only close formation if possible.
Yep. Looking towards
The archers.
the archers. Okay, that's it. That's your third move. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm be right back. Okay, so that's it. I think that's enough for your turn. No, I know you have one command point left.
Yes,
With
for
your-
the leader.
Yes, what are you gonna do?
Do the village in the ones that are with 6 have 1 fatigue and 1 action left.
No, they
No,
have
they have more fatigue.
they have 4 fatigue and 1 action left, and there is.
And
I have 4 left. You only left 2, no? I think I. Did I take 2 extra ones from you that I should have?
sorry.
You still should have 6 alive, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I stole 2 into the other unit. That's it. Okay, here we go.
There should be 7 and this 6.
Yes, exactly. Good. Okay, so you have 1 action left and 4 fatigues with those guys.
Yes. What's the distance between my leader and the precepts?
Princeps, you're within 12. So it's good. You're still within distance because of your musician.
Okay. Then I will try to run in the village.
Okay, you roll 1 die. You pass. So for the last action, they recover 2 fatigues. Awesome. Okay, so you're out of command points. And so everyone knows Maximus brought his musician, which is now allowing him to have an extra 5 inches of command range as blowing the horn. Okay, so now the AI. So this is turn 7. So first the Gauls. Nobles stay there, they're waiting. They know you cannot get out without going to them. The archers are going to shoot at the princeps that are right in front. They're going to roll 6 dice and they're going to hit on 5s, but because you have wall of shields, they're going to hit on 6s. They did no hits, and that gives them 1 fatigue and 1 action, and they're going to shoot again. And this time they do 2 hits. So 2 hits against the princeps save on 4s, but because normally princeps save on 3s. These princeps save on 4s because Maximus has downgraded their armor to partial armor in expectation of this night raid. So they save on 4s, but because they are shooting with bows, they save on 3s. Both save and roll grits, and they don't pass the grit, so they gain 1 fatigue. So at least it unsettled them. And actually this is it. And the archers now are in 2 fatigues and 2 actions, and they will not do their 3rd action. So that's the final thing here is the reinforcement roll. So the reinforcements will get through the west on a 1 or 2, through the north on a 3, through the other north on a 4, and through the east on a 5 or 6. They roll a 1, so they come through the west. So there's a unit of 10 warriors that arrives.
10 warriors.
Yep, that's it. They arrive and they are going to go meet up with their noble friends that are blocking your path. So you've done a fantastic job of assaulting the baggage train. The only issue is now you have a tough road out of it. Now, at the end of after these, the baggage train will do 6. It's 8 inches, so it starts its path. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna actually let me see if I can get a better position now for the camera. See the nobles, and okay, so now we're gonna start. Let's see if I can put this here. We're gonna start turn 8. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 more trees away, and I'm gonna put this solid here. where the woods used to stand. Okay, so let's start turn 8. I put, oh no, first, sorry, I'm gonna take away, so Princeps recover 1 fatigue, the archers recover 1 fatigue, no one here has fatigue, and that's it. So you're starting the turn, your Velites in the north, next to the camp, have 2 fatigues. Everyone else of your troops are loaded and no fatigues. You're in a very good state. And so far you've only lost 2 soldiers. So let's start turn 8, and you have 5 command points. What is your choice?
Okay. Not easy. the Velites cannot shoot the archer.
No, you have your Princeps in the middle. You could
Okay.
move the Velites into a better position and then shoot them with a second action.
I will do that.
Do you want to move? You remember
Yeah,
you're gonna hit them on 6s, yes? They're in the woods.
Oh. No, wait. If they attack, well, I will attack with the Princeps.
Okay, so first you're gonna activate the Princeps. Normally they would be out of your reach, but because of your musician, you get to them by calling them to charge. Do you want to do an attack or an all-out attack?
There are 5. How many archers are there?
The 6.
6. If I do an all-out attack, then No, I will do an attack.
Okay, you do an attack. So you're gonna roll 6 dice. The Princeps have a melee of 3, so they hit on 3s. They did 4 hits. One second. Okay, they did 4 hits, and the archers saved on 7s. They didn't save anything, so 4 archers go down. But they counterattack, I forgot to say that, because according to the AI, they only have 1 fatigue. So let's remember there's 4 archers dead. But they do get their 6 attacks back. And they do 3 hits. Hunters are eager for blood.
They all counterattack?
Yes, when
or
you
only
count.
the surviving?
No, all. The only time that the attacker hits first is if you are in close formation and you have the trait of offensive spear and you have longer reach. So all of them counterattack. You got hit 3 times and you save on 4s. You save 2, but 1 Princeps goes down, finally. And the Princeps need to roll 2 grits, 3 or more. They pass 1, but they suffer 1 fatigue. The archers need to roll 5 dice for grit. They don't have the extra one for being skirmish specialists because they're in the woods. They pass 3, so they only gain 2 more fatigues. So they go to 3 fatigues. And now let's resolve the action. Because they counterattack, they go to 4 fatigues. And they gain 1 action, but they're still alive because there are 2 left with 4 fatigues. And they move an inch back. An inch back, 4 fatigues and 1 action. While you did an attack, so it's your first action. So even though it's in the woods, it doesn't have fatigue. That was an attack, so you gain 1 fatigue. You're at 2 fatigues. So my friend, you did your first action. You have 2 fatigues left. Do you want to do a second action?
2 fatigues. I can close.
You cannot because you're in the woods.
And there are 2 there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I move away from them.
Okay, so you move away from them. This action will cost you a fatigue because it's a second action, but you started in the woods, yeah? So
Yep.
they go to 3 fatigues. I assume you're moving towards the nobles?
Yep.
Okay, good choice. So you are now in 2 actions and 3 fatigues. Are you gonna do a third action?
No.
Okay. That's it. Then that was your first activation. Second activation.
Well, the Astati,
Yep.
move towards the nobles.
Okay. So you break formation and you move towards the nobles.
Yes.
It's your first action.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a second action?
What's the distance from the?
More than 6, more than 8, I think. Let me see. More than 8. You're 8.5.
They have a throwing spear.
They do. So if you end your turn within 6 of them, they will try to throw their spears at you.
No, I close.
Okay. So second action,
Close over.
you close. You're still more than 8, right?
If I end up in 7, I'm okay.
Yeah. You want to move towards 6.5, be just out
Yeah.
of 6, and then that's your second move, and then the third one you close.
Yes, please.
Okay. Stati form, they're close. So you're blocking the chariot, the baggage.
Sorry.
Yep.
Leaving space for the baggage.
I don't know if you can. You could, but at the same time, if the baggage goes ahead of you, you're
Yes,
gonna
yes.
lose.
You're right.
Okay. So there you are. That was your 3 actions. No fatigue. Very good use of the drills rule. That was your second activation. You have 3 command points left.
Okay. And I have the velites, the 7 velites,
Yep.
the ones that are
Yep.
close to the baggage.
Yes.
What's the distance from the archers?
Less than 8. So if you want to throw, you can.
Okay, I will throw.
Okay. So you move 2 inches forward and throw. You roll 7 dice. You need 6s. Woo, 4 6s. I rolled to save, and they died. That was your first action and 1 fatigue.
Yep. And then I move towards the Hastati
Okay. So you move 4.
without blocking
The-
the
The
baggage.
car. Okay. Perfect. That's it. This was your second action. You're at 2 actions and 1 fatigue. You want to do one more?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then that was. I forgot to spend the point. You have 2 command points left.
Okay. The 6 velites are without fatigue, aren't they?
The 6 velites. No, they have 2 fatigues still.
Still 2 fatigues.
Yeah.
I have 2 command points.
Yes.
Can I try first to rally and then,
Yeah.
and then if I'm successful, try to activate them with another command point?
Yes, you can. Good use.
Okay, I try that.
So you spend 1 command point. You don't rally, so they still have 1 fatigue and 1 action. You have 1
Well,
command
if I
point.
try, if I try to activate and fail,
They just rest.
then they recover the.
Yeah.
Okay, I try to activate.
Try to activate. You succeed. So, what do you want to do with them?
They move 2 times
Okay.
in straight
Yeah.
to the south.
Perfect. Next to the baggage cart.
Exactly.
Okay. Those are 2 actions, so you end up with 3 actions used and 1 fatigue.
Why 3
Oh,
actions?
sorry. It's only once you want to move. Sorry. So no. Okay. So you move once, and
Oh.
and you end up with 1 fatigue and 2 actions.
Because I had an action from resting before.
Yeah, you had an action from resting. So you did
Okay.
until now. You did 1 movement, and you have 1 left.
Yes, I don't do the third one.
Okay, perfect. So that's the end of your part. These guys are no more. The archers are no more. The nobles are more than 6, so they stay where they are. The new entrants, I'm not sure, 8 from the outside of the table, and they get to there. This the table is a little bit thinner, but we've done the other side thinner, so if they come in through the other side, they get delayed. But here they're at full speed, so the 10 warriors are already on their way to go support the nobles. Now we're gonna roll for reinforcements. Roll a 3, so they appear just behind the Velites. But they won't move in this turn. So also 10 warriors. They'll move in the next turn. Okay, so I'm gonna remove. These guys don't recover anything. These guys recover 1. So your Astati, no, your Princeps now have 2 fatigues. The Velites all recover all their fatigue. So you're in a good spot. The only fatigue is that of the Princeps, which have 2 fatigues. Your 5 command points back, and you're ready for battle. And this is going to be turn 9.
Okay. Well, what's the distance between the warriors from the west and my leader?
The warriors from the west. You mean the warriors that are coming to reinforce the
Yes.
nobles? Yeah, 6, 12, 18.
Okay, so I'm safe
Yeah, you're safe. Yeah.
for now.
And there's a whole forest in the middle, so don't worry.
Yeah. And they are going in diagonal through the forest?
No. They are not going towards there. They're going towards the rally point. They're gonna meet up with the nobles and wait for you.
Ah, okay. They are in the okay.
Mm-hmm.
They are not in the center west. They are in the southwest.
They came in right at in the total west. Yes. Sorry. You're asking me the ones that came from the north that just came in, or the ones that came in the turn before?
Turn before.
Yeah, the turn before. Those came through the west. They're moving. They're parallel to the nobles, moving towards the nobles. Let me see if I can show it.
Okay. But they are in the south or completely.
Yes, they are.
I mean,
They're.
I see the dice there.
Yeah. No, not where the dice are. You're right. They're not. They're coming in at the place more or less where the nobles are.
Okay. Ah, they are. I thought they entered from the center west.
No.
Okay, that's great. Yes, I see them now. Yes, it's okay. Correct. Well then, I will. Baggage isn't supposed to move now. No.
Am I crazy? No, you're right. Yes. Thank you. So it moves until your guys. Yep, and it stops. Okay.
Now the turn starts.
Mm-hmm. Now the turn starts. Turn 9. You have your 5 command points.
Okay. First of all, what's the distance between the Velites and the nobles? Considering that I have to go diagonal because of the Hastati.
So the Velites need to go 6 here, 12. You're more than 14.
More than 14. So not enough.
So you cannot do a throw in the second action.
I cannot do a throw.
In the second, you could do a throw in the third.
Okay, I can do a throw in the third without risking getting in range of them.
Well, you'll end within 6 of them. So when it's their
Oh,
turn,
yes.
they're gonna be able to throw you spears.
Unless I have the Hastati closer to
Oh, of
them.
course, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I will do then.
Okay.
But they may react.
No, they only react when they're 4 inches away.
Okay, then I try to do that. I
Okay.
activate the Velites.
So you activate the Velites. You do a first move 4 inches around the Astati. Then you do a second move 4 inches just after the Astati. And then you move just within 6 of the nobles and you throw your javelins.
Yeah.
Very efficient Velites. Okay. So this, you're gonna roll 7 dice on 5s. Come on, the nobles need to stand. You're already 2 actions in. So you hit 2 hits. The nobles save on 4+. They save both, and they roll their grit, and they don't pass their grit. So they gain 1 fatigue.
That's something.
And you get a 3rd action counter and 1 fatigue. But you did give them a fatigue. Everything helps.
Yep.
Let me see where I can put the dice so that you can see them again. Yeah.
Maybe in
there.
the forest.
Yeah. You take out forest parts. Maybe the other forest part. Let me see. Right here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so then I'm going to take this forest to the back. Put some few trees. It still looks like a forest. Okay, so that was your first activation with the Velites. What is new?
Now the Velites,
The other Velites, yeah?
yes, they move. Sorry, what's the distance between the Hastati and my leader?
You are like...
No,
with-
sorry. From the leader to the nobles, because that's the place where I'll end up being.
Well, you're within 18 of the nobles with your leader.
So I should move that after. Okay. Well, first the village.
Okay, you activate them.
They will make. First, they will make 2 movements,
Yep.
and then I will see where I end up, and
You end up just at the back of the baggage cart, more or less. So you're still behind the Hastati line by almost 6 inches, by almost 4 inches.
Okay, then I make my 3rd movement too.
Okay, so you make your 3rd, and you end up just behind the Hastati from a distance point of view. Okay. Okay, we have Gauls running around here. Okay, so those are the Velites. They did their 3 actions. They don't get a fatigue. Okay, so now that's your 2nd activation. What's your next activation?
I have 3. I can try to 1, 2, 3 things. Okay. The Hastati are
Just over 6 from the nobles.
6.5.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't throw in the first one. I will. This is tough. Because they then counter-attack. But they counter-attack with all-out attack.
If you charge, yeah, if they react, they will try to counter-attack, to all-out attack you, yes.
See, I would better do staying at 6. If I end up at 6,
Yes, they don't react.
they don't react, and they may move and attack.
So, they don't react at 6, but when you finish everything, they will act. The first thing they will do is try to throw at you, and then they will follow up with an all-out attack, because they will be within 4.
Okay. Well then, first I will try to rally the princeps then.
Okay, so how many command points are you going to use to rally the princeps?
Only 1.
Let me see if you're within 10, because I don't think... I actually should check the rules of the musician. I don't know if it's...
No, it's only for activating.
Okay, so you cannot rally them where you are, because you're just over 10.
Okay, no, then I will only... I will first move the commander.
Yep. Where do you want him?
Going to the side of the baggage.
Perfect. I predicted your move. You're with 2 moves without fatigue. You're right next to the baggage train in the middle.
Okay. There.
Okay, you still have 2 command points.
Okay. No, 1. No, 2.
2. Yes.
Well, I try to rally the princeps.
Okay, you're gonna use 1 or 2.
I will use.
They only have 2 fatigues. Anyway.
No, 1.
Okay, you use 1. You roll.
No, wait.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
tell me, quick.
I have only 1 command point.
You had 2 command points left.
Okay, 2 command points. So if I rally, they can act.
Yes.
Okay, yes, sorry.
Okay, so you used 1, you rolled, you failed, so they get 1 action and they gain they're at 1 fatigue, and you still have 1 command point left.
So now the nobles at this point will try to attack the Velites.
Yes, right now the nobles will throw their throwing spears at the Velites.
No, I'd rather have them on the Hastati.
Okay, so?
I will activate the Hastati.
Yep.
And I will move. I will make a. I will throw.
You cannot throw, you're at 6.5.
6.5. Then, then I will move towards the goals.
Towards the nobles? Where do you want to end? At how far from them?
4.5.
4.5. Okay, perfect. You're at 4.5. That was your first action. Are you gonna do a second one?
I probably do this wrong. Yes. I'm going to retreat again to the same place.
What? Okay, it's okay. I'll leave you where you are. Where do you want to be? More? You're at 6.5. Tell me again.
I'd rather try to activate the. Sorry.
Okay.
I'd rather try to activate the princeps.
The princeps. Okay, so you roll 2 dice and you need to roll 3s, and you do. Okay.
Sorry.
So no, that's okay. What do you want to do? The princeps have 1 action so far.
They have to move. They want to move.
Move 4, and then you're at 2 actions and 1 fatigue.
2 actions and 1 fatigue, and nothing else.
Okay, so that's it. So that's the end of your phase. Now the AI. So the AI, the first thing are the goals. They're within 6 of the Velites, so they're gonna throw their spears at the Velites. They're gonna move right within 4 of the Velites and throw their spears. Check the AI because I don't know what they will do next. So you check the AI while I do this. Okay, so the nobles, they roll 8 dice. They hit on 5s, which is their shoot. They did 1 hit only. So
Wait. Being me is skirmish specialist.
Yep, that will give you a +1 to save. So
To the save.
yeah, so you save normally on 6s because there's throwing spears, it's on 7s, but because you're skirmish specialist, it's on 6s. So I'll roll your save,
Yeah. Okay.
and you save.
Okay, that's good.
And you roll your grit, and you roll your grit correctly. So the Gauls gain 1 fatigue, they go to 2, they are in green, they are unloaded, and then I don't think they make a second action because they have 2 fatigues. I think they have to be at 1 fatigue to attack, yeah?
You take actions until it accumulates 2 action tokens or more than 1 fatigue.
Okay, so they stop acting.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but they will recover their 2 fatigues. So they stop there, and these friends here are gonna do their 2 actions of moving towards the counter, so they get to 8 here. Hey, reinforcements! Okay, that's good. and no fatigues for them. And we have the newcomers on the other side. They're gonna move 8. So the race starts. Okay. You'll see that I use mixed miniatures for them. They're all warriors, but I ran out of warriors, so I try to mix them. So that's the second unit. And now there's a new one that rolls, and I want it to be a 1, a 2, or a 5, or a 6. It's a 3. No! Goals are coming through the wrong side. So more goals appear here. Okay, so with that, that's the end of turn 9. Now we're gonna start turn 10. Before that, I need to remove. So these guys, they still have 1 fatigue. These guys recover their fatigue. These guys, no one is fatigued. You have your army in very good condition, Maximus. And the Gauls recover their 2 fatigue, so the nobles are good. Okay, so now you start turn 10. You would put 5. How are we doing on camera? We move it a little bit back. There. Okay. So, start of turn 10. You have 5 command points. What do you do?
Okay. I have. They are unloaded. The nobles.
The nobles are unloaded.
So they can't react.
They can react. If you end up within 4, they're gonna try to charge you.
Okay, no. First action is to activate the Velids.
Yep.
We'll make a shoot action.
Throw. Yes.
Yes, a throw action, sorry. Staying where they are. They are
Okay.
at what distance?
They are at 4.
4 or 4.5?
No, they're at 4 because remember you were at 6 and the Gauls were second.
Oh, okay.
The Gauls did a throw moving to 4, so they are within 4.
Okay, can I throw going back? No.
No.
Just trying to be cheesy.
Yeah, but Francisco is very careful with those things and wrote that it needs to be towards the enemy.
Okay. Well, then, so if I attack in my first, if I do a second action, they will make an all-out attack, maybe.
Yes.
Unless they are fatigued or.
Yes.
No, but it's a reaction, so.
Your choice, my friend.
Okay. They are unloaded. No, then I make a first Velid attack.
Attack or throw?
Throw, sorry.
Throw. So you're gonna roll 7 dice. You're gonna roll on 5s against the nobles. And you roll 2 hits. And the nobles are gonna save with 4 or more. Come on, nobles. 1 save, 1 not. So 1 noble goes down. And they roll 2 grits. They both pass. So you are at 2 fatigues. And you are at 1 action. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep activating or not?
Sorry, why 2 fatigues?
You were at 1. Oh, which means you had to at least. You had to.
Because it was my third action.
Yeah, but I'll. You had to roll to activate. Yeah, but well, whatever. Let's assume that you had activated. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now, do you want to do a second action?
I have 2 fatigues.
Yep.
No, I won't.
Okay. Then they won't try to react.
Okay.
Okay.
The other Velids
Yep.
will move forward.
Okay, you activate them.
Yeah, can they throw? What's the distance from the nobles?
From the nobles, yes, because you are at with an 8. Yes.
Okay, I move 2, and
Yep.
I make a throw action.
Perfect. You move 2. You're within 6, and you throw against the Gauls. So that's 6.
Yes, without blocking the Hastati
Yeah.
path.
You roll one hit
Oh,
and roll to save. Come on. No! Another noble falls. I roll grits. They fail both grits.
that's good.
So 2 fatigues to the nobles and 1 down. And you are at 1 fatigue and 1 action.
Okay. Okay, so if I attack them now. Okay. 2 fatigues they have.
They have 2 fatigues, yeah.
They can't do anything unless I attack them.
Right now, yes, exactly.
Because with 2 fatigues,
Yep.
more than 1 fatigue, they cannot do. Okay, then the Hastati
Yep. So you activate the Hastati, yeah.
will open.
You're gonna throw Pilum.
Yeah.
So you're within 4. You open your formation, you throw your Pilum.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's 7 dice on 5s.
They can't react, and then they won't be able to attack anything.
So you did 1 hit. 1 hit, and these guys, they save on force, but it's a 5 because it's a throwing spear. He doesn't save, so 1 more goes down. And grit, I need to roll 2 dice for grit. They pass 1, they fail the other, so they're at 3 fatigues. And there's 5 nobles left, and you are, my friend, unloaded with 1 action counter and 1 fatigue.
Okay, then I close or no. Oh no.
And you're within 4.
Because I'm in the place of okay. Not easy, not easy. And it has 1 action
You have 1 action so far.
and 1 fatigue.
Yep.
Okay. I will throw again.
Here Marcos thinks you will win.
Because
What is
you
your-
have a big. You didn't lose any.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
Throw again.
No, because you're unloaded. These are not javelins, my friend.
Oh. Should have done it with the bullets.
Should have, could have.
One fatigue. Then they have 3 fatigue, so they can't do anything.
Agreed.
Okay, then I move towards them.
What do you mean move? So you're within 4. How close do you want to be?
Okay. No, just to make space for the.
Yeah, if you want. No, you want to just move closer to them and remain like an inch away from them? Is that what you want?
Yes, but what's the distance from the warriors if I do that?
The warriors are gonna go. Yeah, you don't want to come within 4 of the warriors, right?
Yeah.
I can move you till you are outside of 4 of the warriors, if that's your intention.
Yes, but they can throw me if they.
True, they're gonna be within 6, they're gonna throw. You're right, yes.
No, okay, I close order then.
You close order where you are. Second action. Okay. And then do you do anything for your third action?
No.
Okay, so you're at yellow, you're at 2 actions and 1 fatigue. Okay,
So what's left?
you have 2 command points left. You have the princeps that haven't acted and the commander that hasn't acted, or you can activate again another unit. You can do whatever you want.
I can activate another unit again.
Yeah, you can.
Well, first of all, I activate the princeps.
Okay, so you activate the princeps. What do you want to do with them?
Can I move? What's the distance from the nobles?
You have the velites in the middle, but you are more than 8 from the nobles.
Okay, can I move twice?
Yes, you could do 2 movements to get in front of the velites and then close order.
Let's do the first 2 moves.
Okay, so you do 1, yes, sir, I don't know why. So with the second movement, you land right in front of the velites and right across from the nobles.
Yes. And what what's the distance from the nobles?
You're like 2 inches away.
Only 2 inches?
Yep.
They have 3 fatigues,
The nobles have 3 fatigues.
so they will only defend.
Yes.
Okay, but this will be my third action, so I will accumulate 2 fatigues.
Yep.
No, I close order.
Close order.
Gosh.
Normally the nobles would react there, but because they're at 3 fatigues, they don't react. Okay, so that's it. You're at 3 actions, no fatigues because the close order doesn't get you fatigue. That's it. So you have 1 command point left.
Okay, I will activate again the velites,
Which velites?
the ones that
West or east?
the west
Okay.
have only 1 action,
Only 1 action and only 1 fatigue.
and the east one,
1 action and 2 fatigues.
no, the west one, please.
Okay, so you try to activate them because they're fatigued. Nope, you fail, so they rest.
Okay,
That's it.
and now I don't have command points.
You don't have command points. It's the Gauls'
Okay.
turn. So the Gauls, the nobles, are not going to do anything because they have 3 fatigues. The warriors are over 6 from you, so they will continue to move towards their sentry point. And they take position on the way of the baggage cart. And then the ones coming from behind are going to start to close the gap.
This is nasty.
So just so you know, the ones that just arrived at the back are within 8 of your cart right now, although the cart is going to move a little bit forward, but just know that it's getting dangerous here in the back.
Okay,
Then the second wave that comes right after them moves 8. And
this is a tough scenario.
we have now to roll where the next one enters. 2, okay, it enters here. So it enters back where the original one entered, yeah? So back from the west. Yeah.
Remember?
Marcos played the first solo scenario, Magos Escape. Okay,
And I won with 4 one time. I'm me versus Papa. I had 4 versus 1.
yeah. And he won. Next we're gonna do a tutorial with Marcos playing Clash of Spheres. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna bring, so the
Now
nobles,
the baggage should get closer to the Hastati.
the what? Ah, the baggage, yes, advances just a little bit, just behind the Astati. So now if you want to know exactly, you are more than 8 from the warriors, so they won't catch you in the next one.
Okay.
The nobles recover 3 fatigues. The princeps nothing. The velites recover 2 fatigues. These are nothing. The Astati. So all your troops are completely devoid of fatigues.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your turn 11. You gain your 5 command points. What are you gonna do?
Okay. What's the distance between the 7 velites
Yep.
and the warriors that are behind?
The 7 velites have the princeps and the nobles between them and the warriors. Or do you mean the 6 velites, the ones that are on the west?
The warriors that are going to the baggage.
Okay. I get it. So you're just over 12. So you're not within throw in the second action.
Okay. And nobles can react. Okay. So, not to throw in the second action. Okay. Well, first of all, the village.
Yep.
So the village only can shoot on the third action.
All of them. Yeah. If you want to use 3 actions to shoot at the warriors that are coming in the back, yes, you can.
Okay. The other village, the ones in the west.
Yes. You are. Yes, you could shoot it. You could throw in the second action if you want.
Okay. I will try to do that.
Sorry, are you going against the warriors in the north or in the south?
In the north.
Okay, the ones that are pursuing you. So you activate.
No, sorry, that's stupid. I have to go through.
Your call.
The princeps.
Maximus is in a moment of great tension. Everything gets defined in this turn. So I'll give you 15 seconds to think about this.
Okay, the princeps attack the nobles.
Okay. So you activate the princeps, and the princeps do an attack, keeping their formation because they're within 2 of the nobles.
Can I do an all-out attack with the formation?
No, if you do all-out attack, you lose your formation.
Okay, no. Then with formation.
Okay, so the princeps push through. So you're gonna roll 5 dice. You hit on 3s. The nobles are gonna counter-attack. So you hit on 3s. You hit 3. You did 3 hits. The nobles save those 3 hits on 4s. They don't save anything, so you kill 3 nobles. But they do fight back. They get 5 dice, hitting on 3s. Come on! 2 hits. And
Hold on.
yep.
Don't I have wall of fear? An offensive fear, no.
You don't have offensive spear, and the wall of spears doesn't count because you're the one attacking.
Okay.
So you got hit twice. You roll your 2 saves on 4s. You save 1, so only 1 princeps dies. And I roll grit for the nobles, 4 dice. They pass it all. I roll grit for you, 2 dice. You failed 1, so you gain 1 fatigue, and then the nobles move back 1 inch, and they gain 1 action and 1 fatigue, and you gain 1 action and 1 fatigue. So you're at your first action. Do you want, and you're at 2 fatigues. 2 fatigues, yeah. Are you gonna do a second action?
2 fatigues and 1 action, no.
Ah, and I stole from you because I should have hit on 4s instead of 5s because you had wall shields, but I don't remember what I rolled. So
Okay.
it's in return for the free activation you got the last turn. So are you gonna do a second action or not?
I'm in close formation.
Yes, you are. Let me see. You got because you only got 1 fatigue from the combat, so you didn't lose your formation.
No, I won't do another
Okay.
action.
So that's it for your first activation.
Yeah. Okay. How about the village in the west?
Yes.
What's distance from the warriors?
To the warriors, north or south?
South.
South. You are within 12. Let me see if you're within 8. Nope, you're not within 8. So you can throw in your second action.
So in second action. Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so you move 4, and you want to stay at 6, or do you want to get closer than 6?
No, stay at 6 and without blocking the Hastati movement,
Cool.
if possible.
Yep. Let's do this. princeps are blocking your Hastati movement. Let me see if you really didn't want to do that. I'll move
No,
the
no,
princeps.
maybe
No,
I
that's
can,
okay.
I
That's okay.
can break formation maybe.
You can. But anyway, I moved the princeps a little bit. Okay, so you get 6 javelins against the warriors. You hit on 5s. 3 hits. And the warriors save on 6s. They saved 1. No, they save on 5s, not on 6s. So they save. They save 2. So 1 is down. I roll their grits. They pass both. So they're good, and you are at 1 fatigue and 1 action.
No, 2 actions.
2 actions, thank you. Yes. Are you gonna do a 3rd action?
Who is this name?
No.
No. Okay, so that's your 2nd command point. You have 3 command points left.
Okay. If this is difficult. Well, Hastati will. What's the distance between the Hastati and the warriors?
You are less than 8, more than 6.
They can, and they have no fatigue, nothing.
Nope.
No, I will activate them. Just the Velids have a gap for doing going to the east between the woods and the princeps to move and then
Yeah.
throw to.
Yes, you can move through there and to throw to the warriors or the nobles. Yeah.
Yeah, to the warriors, please.
Okay, so you're gonna activate the Astati, no, the Velites, and they're gonna do their first move of 4 to get next to the princeps, and then they're gonna throw with 2 at the warriors.
Yes.
Okay. Maximus is feeling the urgency. Okay, so I'm gonna actually now put this here. So that's 7. This is I put the first action that they already did, and they are doing a throw action with 7 dice on 5s. They get 2 hits. The warriors save on 5s. And sorry, you want to stay outside of 4 or within 4?
Outside of 4.
Outside of 4. And I said they did 2 hits, and I'm gonna roll 2 saving throws on 5s. 2 die. Oh, and I roll 3 grits. I pass 2, 1 fatigue to the warriors. Okay. Sorry.
Yes. How many fatigues do the actions do the nobles have?
The nobles have 1 action and 1 fatigue.
So if I
They don't react, but in their turn they will act.
okay. No, with the Velids I throw again at the nobles.
Okay, so you're gonna do your 3rd action and you're gonna throw at the nobles this time. Okay.
No, sorry, not the nobles. Again to the warriors. Sorry.
To the warriors. Okay. Okay, so it's 7 dice, hitting on 5s. You hit 1. I roll to save on 5s. They do save, and they roll the grit. They don't pass the grit, so now they have 2 fatigues. So that's important because they won't throw stuff at you. But that was your 3rd action, and you go to 2 fatigues.
Okay. Now the Hastati.
And sorry, that was your
action.
3rd activation. So you have two command points left.
The Hastati are
Stati are unloaded, no actions, no fatigue.
unloaded, no action, no fatigue. Okay. And they have to advance. What's the distance from the warriors?
To the warriors, more than 6, 6.5 or 7.
if I put the leader behind the baggage, the warriors should attract my leader.
Yeah, in this turn they won't get to the baggage anyway. If
Why
later,
not?
because there are more than 8 on the baggage. And
They are now more than 8.
they're more than 8 than the baggage right now. So they're 8
So
and a half.
If I move 6, they don't get to the baggage.
They
The
won't
baggage
get.
now moves 6.
Yeah, even if you
Okay. They move before the baggage.
they move before the baggage, yes, but they won't get to the baggage.
Okay then. Well, the Hastati,
Yep.
it's will first move.
Okay, you activate them. They move in formation. Okay.
Yes. If I attack without being loaded, What's-
No, nothing
my
matters.
drawback?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I don't lose. Well, wall of spears.
But Wall of Spears doesn't count in attack. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved the die of the Princeps. How many fatigues did the Princeps have? Do you remember?
Oh.
Francisco, someone that is watching, tell us how many fatigues the Princeps had.
They did not very much. I think they had 2, but they
2,
only did
yeah.
1 action.
Yeah, 1 action and 2 fatigues. Perfect, yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you did your first action with the Astati, you're in close formation. Yeah, you could attack with your close formation to the nobles, you could break formation and attack the warriors, you can do any kind of things.
The warriors are with 2 fatigues.
2 fatigues, no actions.
So they will counter attack if I attack.
They will.
But I don't have offensive spear. But I don't have wall of spears. It doesn't matter because it's for hold. I only have shield overlap as
Yep.
as an advantage.
Yep.
And now I'm less than 4 from them.
From the warriors, yeah.
Okay, I attack. I have no other attack.
So you lose your formation?
No. With formation.
No, with formation you only attack 2 inches. So you can attack in formation the nobles, or if you want to attack,
Even if I'm drilled.
even if you're drilled. You move 4 in a straight line, but you still attack 2.
Okay. Can I attack the nobles then?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So you do your second action.
But I won't know because they won't have space for the baggage. No, I make a normal attack.
Against whom?
Loose order to the warriors.
Okay. Courage. Okay, so you do your attack. Awesome. So,
Yes, I need the baggage to move. So
yep, and that's it. You're feeling the pressure. So you get 7 dice. You roll on 4s. They will counter attack, and they will have to roll 5s because there are 2 fatigues. So your 7 dice. You hit 4 hits. They roll to save 4 dice on 5s. They save 1, so 3 of them are gonna die. And then 7 of their dice go back to you. They do 3 hits because they hit on 5s. You roll 3 saves on 4s. You save only 1, so 2 Astati die. I roll grit for the goals. They pass 3, so they only lose 1. They go to 3. You have to roll 3 grits. You fail all, so you go to 3 fatigues. And
sorry,
then
their grit wasn't with a less -1.
no, because they were at 2 fatigues, which doesn't affect the grit.
Where are them? Okay.
Yeah. So you failed all, so you go to 3 fatigues, and now this was a second action, so you move to 4 fatigues. Well, because it was an attack, not because it was a second. And they go to 4 fatigues because they did a counter attack. So,
Okay, sorry now. They have how many fatigues?
so they have in total 4 fatigues and 1 action.
And 1 action. So they can counter attack.
They will defend if you attack them again.
Okay.
You are at 2 actions and you have 4 fatigues.
Yeah. Okay. I am the one who retreated.
You are the one who retreated 1 inch, yes.
Okay.
It's getting interesting.
Oh, okay. They won't attack this. So I have one. What's the distance between the warriors in the north and my leader?
Warriors in the north and your leader. They're 6. They're like 7 inches.
So those
8
are
8 inches.
They're
So they can
reinforcements?
attack them.
They
and
will.
attack him.
I think they are within 8. So yes, they're probably going to attack you. Yes.
Okay. And I have 2 command points left.
I think you have one command point left.
Okay. Well, then the Hastati. Okay, the Hastati will have time. The leader moves.
Okay.
I have a throwing spear.
You have a throwing spear with the leader. Yes.
Can the leader move and throw its throwing spear to the nobles? No, impossible.
4,
No, I don't think so.
6. No, you're out of range.
Okay, then the leader only moves twice,
Okay. Where do you want him?
getting him between the Hastati and the Velits, please.
Okay. Perfect.
If it,
4 here, 4 there. Yeah. Okay. Your musician in
without
charge.
blocking the
No.
baggage.
You don't block the baggage.
And he doesn't, and the big giant chariot?
And the baggage cart goes. No. So first the goals. So let's see the goals. So these goals here, they don't do anything because you have 4 fatigues. The nobles, they do. Reed, I think they will do an all-out attack. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe against my princeps.
They're gonna do it against the closest one, but you
Okay.
actually, you know what? Here's the thing: you cannot be closer than 1 with either of them. So
Wait, what?
these guys, they don't know who to attack because they are both within 1 inch. So I'm gonna throw a die.
Okay.
Odds they go against the princeps. Evens they go against the Astati. So they go against the Astati.
Oops.
So they're gonna charge. All out attack. What is your combat response?
Okay. I have. I'm in loose order. If I defend, I have my only action token used for that, but I will defend anyway.
You will defend. So these guys
I
are gonna.
have 4 fatigue.
Yes, you have 4 fatigues.
Okay.
2 attacks. They are at 1 fatigue, so they're 3 hits. So they did 1 hit. You roll to defend. You normally defend on a 4, but because you're at 4 fatigues, you defend on a 5. You don't defend. Let's see if you save. You normally save on 4s, but because you have 4 fatigues, you save on 5s. You don't save, so an Astati goes down. You need to roll 2 grits. Normally you roll on 4s, but because you're at 4 fatigues, you roll on 5s. You missed both, and you get to 6 fatigue.
Oops.
And you're at red action counters. You move 1 inch to this side,
It was better to counter.
and yes, because that. Well, I don't know, maybe. And they go to 3 fatigues and yellow counter. Okay, so that was that for them. So those nobles are done. Let's do these guys. They go 4 and 4, so they end up breathing on the neck of the chariot. This would be a good moment for the AI to say, I will go for a 3rd action, but they are constrained by the rules that were set on that, so they won't tire themselves. So,
They never tire.
they never do a 3rd
Nobles,
action.
how many fatigue?
The nobles have 3 fatigues, and there's 2 of them. And the
Why
other
won't
guys,
they do a 3rd action?
the AI says that they never do a 3rd action. They only do the 3rd action. They only use it for a combat response. Not usually they do it to rest. Okay. In most situations, it's pretty bad to do a third action. So,
In most situations.
yes, but the AI can't contemplate all situations. That's why it's an AI.
I don't know, but they got to the baggage now.
No, not yet. They moved. They did their 2 actions, and they haven't gotten to the baggage.
Oh, but isn't it when they are less than 4?
No, Francisco, can you confirm on us? I think it's no. It's they start their action within 4, and what they do is they charge and kill the animals.
Oh. Okay, I'll read it.
Yeah, read it.
Because I thought I was safe. That if I would have gone to the leader, let's see.
She thought if he was safe.
I think he's still safe. I think. Let's see now, but I think he's okay.
I know, and if he can execute
They
an action,
can't get to the baggage.
you're right.
Yeah, it's good that I'm right. It means that I remember something of what I. Okay, so now and I need to roll where the new set of goals comes from.
And the baggage moves.
Yes, but first reinforcements 1. So they come also again from the side of the west.
You don't want them to get to the baggage.
He doesn't want to get them to get to the baggage. I'm neutral. I'm just trying to see what happens. Okay, so now the baggage train moves. Oh, but it cannot move within 4 of the guys, so it only moves a little bit. Okay,
Oh,
so
Why can't it?
this is your turn 12 because it doesn't want to get within 4 because if not, these guys would charge it and kill it. So this is your turn. You're gonna have to do something about the guys on the back, or you're gonna lose because they're gonna move before the baggage train.
oof.
Okay, so my friend, let me take out the thing. So these guys go down to 2 fatigues. These nobles go down to 2 fatigues. Your guys don't recover any fatigue. The princeps recover 2 fatigues. The velites don't recover fatigue. These velites recover their fatigue, and your commander is free. You have 5 command points. There's a very thin line of goals in front of you, but there's a problem with the goals coming in the back.
Okay.
Plus, you have a lot of goals coming this way.
Yes.
Say hi, goal.
Okay. So I have the
Yes.
princeps.
Yes, the princeps have no fatigue. They're in close formation. They're having a ball.
Okay.
I think they have like they should just rent everything.
Don't give him advice. He's there alone in the night. Well, not the night anymore.
Okay. So this is done.
Well, it started in the night. Yes,
The warriors have 2 fatigues,
the warriors have 2 fatigues.
so they can't. No, they will counterattack. And my Hastati have 4 fatigues,
Your Hastati have 6
Six.
fatigues.
so they are dead. Okay.
No, it's not because there are 4. Yeah.
This is tough.
Okay, my friend.
Okay. Well, then.
I'll give you 15 seconds. This is a key, so think about it for 15 seconds.
Okay. The princeps first. Sorry. The nobles have how many fatigues? 2.
2 fatigues.
So they can counterattack.
They will counterattack if you charge them, but they will not react.
Okay. Then the velites in the east will activate.
Okay, yes. You need to try to activate them because they have 2 fatigues.
Oh.
These guys, the ones in the east?
Yes, the ones in the east.
Yeah.
Okay. Then and then they shoot with less. No, I first try to rally them.
Okay, how many command points?
1.
Okay, so you spend 1 command point, they rest and try to rally. They succeed, so you got them only 1 action and no fatigues left.
Okay. Well, then now they attack The
Okay.
nobles. Sorry, throw to the nobles.
Throw to the nobles. So you activate them, yeah?
Yeah.
You activate them automatically. They don't have fatigue. They're gonna throw to the nobles. So it's 7 dice on 5s. 1 hit.
Oh.
You said to the nobles, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 1 hit. Roll save for the nobles. They save on 4s. They don't save. Then he needs to roll 2 grits.
At -1.
The 3, yes, 3 and 4, but the 3 he passes the grit because they are 3s and he's at 2 fatigues, so he's still there.
Sorry, it has 2 fatigue. Okay. And he passed the test.
He passed both dice, yeah.
Okay.
He rolled a 3 and a 4.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a brave one.
Okay.
He's holding back all his food there. Yes.
Now the medics again. They throw again, but this time to the warriors.
They throw, so they're gonna do the 3rd action to throw against the warriors. The warriors don't react because they are at 2 fatigues. Okay, so you're gonna have 7 dice and you're gonna roll on 5s. You did 1 hit.
Oh, luck is gone.
They roll saves on 5s. They save. And they roll their grit. And they roll it. So you
Sixes.
go on red and 2 fatigues. And that's it.
Oh, it's gone.
Don't lose morale. Come on.
What's
Okay.
morale?
Okay.
What's morale?
He's feeling defeated. Okay. Tell me.
Now, bishops
Yes.
will attack the only one, the nobleman.
Okay. So they do an attack.
Yep.
Boom.
With information.
Information. Oh, I don't know if you're within 2. Let me see. You're more than 2, I think. Yeah, you're more than 2.
Okay.
Little.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about I will? So they. Okay, more than 2. Have to kill them. I will activate the relics.
Yep.
I will. What's the distance from the guys from behind?
So you're within 6 now, more than 4.
More than 4. I will try to
Save the chariot.
move and attack.
Okay. Move on. What do you mean? So you want to throw moving 2 towards there, or what?
No,
So you're more than 4. Yeah. You're 4.5, 5 inches.
no. I want to attack body to body.
Okay. But you're more than 4 away, so you're still gonna have to use an action to move towards them. But you could do a throw, which will get you in distance, and you're able to throw them some jabs.
Yes, but if I throw them the javelin, what's the artificial intelligence if I'm closer to them than the baggage?
I think you need to get in between them. So you're right. You want to with a 4, you want to get in between them and the chariot.
Yes, I want to block them.
Okay. So your thought is to move first and throw them second. You still remember that whenever you finish a turn within 4 of them, they are going to react if they can.
Okay. Okay, I will throw.
Okay, so you throw, but the question is, you want to end your throw over or under 4 from them?
Under 4. I mean, because, well, over 4.
Over 4, so you want to be safe, yep?
Yes.
Okay, so you do your first action.
But this way they will get to the baggage.
Yes, so if this is your last action with them, I would tell you don't do it because you're going to lose.
No, I
Yeah, but in the first action you cannot attack.
No, okay.
Okay.
As a second action, I want to go between the baggage and them.
Okay. So understood. So the two options. You can do your first action and remain outside of 4, and do the second action and get in between them, so they cannot react, but then they'll have their actions to come after you. Or you can do the first action to throw and remain within 4 if then you want to attack in your second action. So,
Okay, that one.
so you want to go all out against them. Yes, you want to throw first, get within 4, and then if they don't react before, you want to charge them.
Yes, because I need to avoid them to get to the baggage.
Okay, that's it. So you do your first one, you throw at them. You have 6 dice. And you're now within 4. So you need a good roll here. And you have 3 hits. Because you roll 3 6s. So they need to roll saves on 5s. They save 1. So 2 of them die. And they now roll 3 grit tests. And they pass all. So there's 2 less of them, but they're still intact. And actually I need to take this action counters off. So now you're within 4. So if you're gonna attack them or something, they're still gonna at least roll to react. And if they react, they're gonna charge you.
Can they react? Wait a minute.
I think you're committed now. I don't see
Okay, I have no.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
I had no other option.
I don't see it.
I had to attack.
Okay, so they're gonna roll to react. They react on 4s, but because they are AI, they react on 5s. They don't react. Are you gonna do an attack or an all-out attack?
An all-out attack.
Okay, this is it, my friend. Let's see. So you have 6 dice. They're gonna counter-attack, of course. So they're gonna do 6 dice. Oh, you hit them 4s. Goes. You rolled 3 hits and a double, so 5 hits.
Good.
They roll to defend to save those 5 hits. They save 2, so they have 3 guys down.
Wow.
And they go back to you with their 6 dice on 4s. They only hit 1.
Good.
So you roll to save, and you save it.
Ah,
A 6. So they need to roll their 4 grits. And they fail 3, so they gain 3 fatigues.
good.
And you need to roll 1 grit. And you pass it. So they go down back an inch. And now their 3 fatigues turns into 4 fatigues because they counterattacked and you have an action. And this was your second action. You had 1 fatigue from throwing, and now you gain a 2nd fatigue for this. So you are
Oh, 3 fatigues because it was an all-out attack.
all out attack. Thank you. 3 fatigues. Okay, so this moment you are between the cart and them. You have 3 fatigues and 2 actions. Do you want to do a 3rd action? They are at 4 fatigues, so this unit will not act.
Okay. No, I won't do. I have 1 fatigue only? No, I have a lot of fatigue.
You have 3 fatigues.
And they have how many fatigues?
They have 4 fatigues.
So if I attack them,
They're
how
go-
many
They're gonna defend.
are them?
So they have 5 left. They have 5 left. 4
Oh, yeah, a
fatigues.
lot.
Yeah. There's 10 more coming behind.
No, I won't do anything.
Oh, there's already 10. Okay, perfect. So that's it. With those guys, you have 2 command points left.
Okay. And I have the princeps
Yes?
and the leader.
Yes.
Okay. And they don't react this turn. No, the nobles and the nobles and the
Yeah, no, they will just hold there.
and the nobles has 2 fatigues,
The noble has 2 fatigues.
so they will counter attack.
He will counterattack.
Okay, but only with 1 of rate of fire.
Yeah.
Okay, then the leader will. the leader will attack the. What's the distance between the princeps and the warriors and the 4 warriors?
You're within 4.
And the warriors.
The princeps are within 4 of the warriors. Yeah.
Okay, but I have to. If I want to attack, I have to first move.
No. You can just attack. Well, yeah. It depends. You can break formation and attack in 1, or you can do 2 movements to attack in formation.
The leader will attack.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
Will attack the noble.
Yes, I didn't want to say it, but this was absolutely the moment to do that. Okay, so the leader, that's a level 5 leader. So he has 3 attacks. The noble will counter attack, of course. So the leader, 3 attacks on 3s. He misses 2, so he hit 1. The noble, the noble rolls to save. He does save, and then he counterattacks. The one thing is, if he counterattacks, he's gonna kill himself. So we didn't. Francisco, we need to clarify that on the. We need to clarify that.
He gets tired.
Yeah, he gets tired and he dies, which makes no sense.
Yes.
But I think the rules say that troops cannot kill themselves. So here the AI is contradicting the rules.
Well, maybe he can hold.
Yeah, or he could defend, which doesn't give him.
Defend.
Yeah, he's gonna defend. So anyway, you didn't kill him, but he doesn't hit you back, so he gains one fatigue.
No, but you have to see if I hit. If he defends, he doesn't roll for morale.
Yeah. So I roll to defend. He misses the defend. He saves, but then he needs to roll grit, and he makes it. You still. That was your first action. You can do it again.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Maximus is all in. I got your 3 attacks. You hit all 3. He's gonna defend with his 1. He doesn't defend, so he needs to roll 3 saves. And he doesn't save 1, so he dies. And because you savagely murder him in front of his friends, the warriors are gonna have to roll 2 of their grits. They roll both. So you're there, you're in yellow, you have 2 fatigues. Are you gonna do a 3rd action?
I have 3 wounds, don't I?
Yes, you do.
And the nobles.
And I just wrote.
Attack. I have a spear.
You do have a spear, yeah? You could throw your spear.
But it's only 1.
Yes.
Interesting. It may do the trick. Combat arena.
It's a 3rd action, so whatever you do, we'll get.
With two fatigues, he counterattacks.
Yes. If you attack him, he will counterattack, and he will hit you on 5s.
If I lose my leader, what happens?
If you lose the leader, you lose because, well, I guess the chariot keeps going if it goes out on its own, but your troops
don't have command points.
You don't have command points.
No. Then I will throw the spear.
You throw the spear, it's gonna get you 2 command points. Your 2 fatigues, yeah, because it's a 3rd action and a throw action.
Sorry, I will spend. Because why?
It's a 3rd action.
Yes. What happens with that?
So a throw 3rd action is gonna be 2 fatigues for you.
Okay, no, I won't do anything.
Okay. You have 1 command point left.
Okay, the princeps.
Okay.
They do. How many do I have?
4. You have 4, no fatigues.
Against 4.
4, yes, warriors with 2 fatigues.
Okay. Oh no, sorry. Oh yes. I will. The leader will move from there.
With your 3rd action?
But I gain a fatigue.
Yes.
I don't want the leader block to block the baggage if I... Well, no. I activate the Princeps
Yep.
and I do an attack.
Attack, but you lose your formation. You're more than 2, so you're either gonna have to spend an action getting close to then attacking formation, or you can just attack in 1 but losing your formation.
I lose my formation.
Okay, are you doing an attack or an all-out attack?
Attack.
Okay, so that's it. They're gonna counterattack, so 4 dice for the Princeps on 3s. You hit all. They're gonna save on 5s. They don't save, so 4 of them die. And they counterattack. They have 4 people counterattacking. They hit on 5s because they have 2 fatigues. So there's 1 hit, you roll to save on 4s. You save, you roll your grit. You pass your grit, and they have to roll their grit. They're out. Okay. The Gauls are dead. That was your first action.
Okay. Then, do I have 1 fatigue?
Yes.
Then I will move towards the incoming Gauls from the southwest.
Yep.
That's just in front of the Hastati,
Yep.
and I will close over there.
Perfect.
If there is place for the baggage to...
There is. You're forming a line, defending the baggage. And that got you, you're only at 1 fatigue, and you're in red, unloaded. No, that unloaded was from the other guy. You're in red, information, guarding the cards. And that's it. And that is it. So now we're gonna go for the goals. So the goals down here. I'm gonna move 4 in the first one. Then they're gonna throw against the Astati that are there. So that's gonna be 10 dice on 5s.
Whew.
7, 10 dice. They did 5 hits. The Astati will do 5 saves. They don't save. They save 1, so it's 4 dead. They're all dead. And that was their 2 inches to the throw. So that was their second action. They gain 1 fatigue, and they don't do a third action. They just look very menacing at the Princeps. Stati are out. And now the other ones behind move forward. 6 and 2. So they're coming.
I should have ruled the leader.
No, I think I'll allow the card to move through him because it can move through. No, it cannot. Yeah, you're right. It cannot end there. But anyway, so wait, these guys did this. So these guys, they don't act. These guys will. I'm gonna move 4 first, and then they're going to throw at you guys.
Why can't these guys and the other guys attack?
Because they're tired. They have 4 fatigues. Yes. This. So their second action was an attack. They're gonna roll their 10 dice against your Velites. 5, 10 on 5s. Well, this one cannot shoot. 9. Okay, 2 hits. And roll the Velites saves. They save on 6. But it's throwing spears, but they have skirmish specialist. They both die. Now they roll grits on 5s. Because it's normally 4, but they're at 3. They pass 1, so they gain 1 fatigue. They're still there, holding the line. And these guys did their 2 actions, and they're at 1 fatigue. The line is still held. Brave Veritas. Actually, let's use this guy. Okay. So that is it. These guys acted. This was acted. Everyone acted. We're gonna roll one more reinforcement. Not that it's gonna matter. 3. Oh, this Astat is dead. 3. So it gets back from there. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter what.
No, they're too far away. Okay, so these guys recover their fatigue. These guys recover. Your princeps don't recover fatigue. Your leader recovers 1 fatigue. Ah, the chariot. I'll move the chariot now. 1 second. These guys recover 1. These guys recover 1. These guys recover 2. And my friend, I think you have 1. Chariot will move. I'm okay with it moving around your guy a little bit. 6, 8. Okay, I don't think there's a chance that they can catch you anymore. You have the princeps in the middle, but do you want to do the last turn?
Yes,
Just
why not?
we'll probably finish the video here for everyone. There's no way the goals are gonna get to it. I think the chariot will move out of the deployment in the next turn. So I think this is a guaranteed, very, very, very close Roman win, which came to within a hair of the baggage cart being captured. But thanks to the heroic efforts of these velitas in the back, they were able to hold back the oncoming hordes long enough for the chariot for the baggage cart to get through.